we are not a business that takes tours to see indigenous communities. No, we are an organization that empowers communities so they can run tours themselves.
Tec de Monterrey's innovative Tec 21 model played a very important role in the creation of Rutopia. We had been working already with indigenous villages by ourselves, but it wasn't until Semestre E that we were in Chiapas.
And our goal there was to create a product, a touristic product, that could actually generate an income that at the same time rescues the culture and the nature of the local place.
Yo con Rutopia tuve contacto en el 2017 en un bootcamp en la Ciudad de México y yo llevaba el proyecto de productores de pulque, lo que hacían los hombres y las mujeres referente al pulque aquí en la Mixteca.
I'm really proud to be working in El Almacén because my grandfather, he was Mixteco, so this is kind of my homeland. This is one of the centers where agave and corn were domesticated, and there is a sacred relationship because it's a source of water, of nutrition.
El pulque es una bebida delicada a la vez porque el pulque no se puede tirar. Al mismo tiempo también para abrir el maguey pues, hay que pedirle permiso, para bendecirlo más que nada.
Universities can transform the way that we're learning with the skills that we need in that moment, connecting to people who know about it. I think that's going to change really the way the society is built. Tec 21, for example, is starting to do this.
Tell me and I'll forget. Show me and I might remember. Involve me and I will learn.
Tec 21 model is challenging the paradigms of education when we see that they can actually work in their project as part of their classes. So it's not about knowledge anymore, because knowledge is a commodity. It's about experiences.
The vision that we have at Tecnológico de Monterrey is a challenge-based education. It has to do with this ability to face complex problems. Education should change because the world is changing. I believe that what education is aimed to achieve is to provide an integral education, an integral formation and development of our students. If these leaders are committed with social impact, then we definitely will have a better world.
Rutopia won the whole prize in 2019. They pitched and they won. I am so proud of them, but not because they won a contest, but because they understood that the most important part was to take advantage of the process. Tec 21 allowed them to accelerate the process, not only of knowing, but understanding.
For me, the Tec 21 changed everything because it made my whole career more relevant, significant, just because it's my own project.
I would like for Rutopia to be the tool that makes every indigenous village in Mexico say, I can receive tourists and I can receive an income from this.
The communities are ready, and we are a team that has the skills and the method to turn this opportunity into a huge social business.
Además de realizar una labor excepcional en la difusión del conocimiento, la cultura y las ciencias a través de sus estaciones de radio, su vasto programa editorial, sus representativos museos e institutos de estudios superiores, así como su Feria Nacional del Libro. Estos son algunos de los componentes de su comunicación pública, con la cual difunde el conocimiento, así como las actividades artísticas y culturales que se generan en las distintas disciplinas académicas que imparte, tanto en el nivel de licenciatura y posgrado, como en su sistema de preparatorias y recintos culturales. Pensar bien para vivir mejor es su lema y refleja el espíritu de la institución por la excelencia en las ciencias y artes, pero sobre todo por la formación de buenos ciudadanos y profesionistas. Con esta misión, la Benemérita Universidad Autónoma de Puebla es una institución que corre transversalmente por las más importantes áreas del conocimiento. En la actualidad, ofrece educación a nivel superior con 80 licenciaturas divididas en el área de ciencias económico-administrativas, de ciencias naturales y de la salud, de ciencias sociales y humanidades y de ciencias exactas e ingenierías, además de una amplia red de preparatorias. Su actividad educativa se complementa con una trascendente e intensa difusión y comunicación pública, y para ello cuenta con 2 amplias librerías que ofertan libros de todas las especialidades, 3 estaciones de radio, destacando por su amplia audiencia Radio WAP, la cual transmite programas informativos de entretenimiento, científicos y de arte, además de un exitoso programa editorial a cargo de la Dirección de Fomento Editorial, sumado a revistas periódicas que complementan este programa. Cuenta además con el Complejo Cultural Universitario, la Biblioteca Histórica José María Lafragua y los Museos a la Memoria Universitaria, de la Industrial de Metepec, el dedicado a la creación artística Casa de los Muñecos y el dedicado al movimiento obrero, que forman parte de su gran actividad de comunicación y difusión. Su proyecto de difusión y promoción también incluye el fomento a la lectura y para esto realiza con éxito anualmente la Feria Nacional del Libro, cuya última edición se realizó el pasado mes de septiembre. La Benemérita Universidad Autónoma de Puebla ha puesto a disposición de la sociedad su archivo histórico, artístico y cultural que data del siglo XVI y se encuentra distribuido en diferentes espacios: el Universitario, el Edificio Carolino y la Biblioteca José María Lafragua, entre otros. Custodia de igual manera importantes acervos documentales de la actividad universitaria y de gran valor histórico. Actualmente es dirigida con entrega y eficiencia por el doctor Alfonso Esparza Ortiz, quien se empeña con su trabajo en mantener el gran prestigio de esta institución que por su amplia labor de difusión, promoción y comunicación pública es reconocida hoy con el Premio Crónica a la Comunicación Pública.
So we were very pleased to show you a few of the videos, and this is the website as it looks, just to have you wait with a little bit of food for thought. But you can go on the website now, it's launched, and you can watch all the videos in all the parts of the world. I would like to now give the floor to our dear host, Ignacio Martinez Laguna, who is the Vice Rector for Research and Graduate Studies at BUAP. And I give you the floor, and very honored to give it to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Iggy. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited for this moment because really is great to be here with you. Dear all, on behalf of Dr. Alfonso Esparza, Rector of Benemérita Universidad Autónoma de Puebla, please receive his warmest greeting with a deep feeling of gratitude for your visit. During these vibrant days, we have had so many opportunities to meet with our peers and partners, as well as having the privilege to listening to understanding speakers. Before to go on, let me share with you one reflection which is about the values that most unite us as universities. As a result of collective reflection, university leaders determined as shared values as inclusion, social innovation, collaboration, sustainability, and perseverance. Inclusion conceived as the responsibility to bringing the benefits to higher education to all sectors of the population implies the definition of strategies, and this is instrumentation to integrate those who have marginalized by different circumstances. Social innovation, understood as the introduction of new knowledge, solution, or process to modify existing elements in order to improve them, require sustaining collaborative efforts to propose creative solutions to the challenge facing universities and society. And this way to prepare for the future, satisfying your needs and well-being. It is essential to dare to think differently in order to design and test new educational approaches without fear to fail. Is it essential to foster institutional collaboration and share different visions on education to generate agreements and synergies to allow joint construction of the future of higher education? Sustainability constitutes a value of the will generate awareness to the necessary balance in the environmental, financial, and social spheres. Higher education institutions have a responsibility of integrating this vision into interdisciplinary, self-critical, and ethical training on their students. Finally, the perseverance that involves attributes such as daring, passion, commitment, determination, and resilience, essential to face daily challenges that the world presents. Therefore, higher education institutions must integrate the development in his capacity into their educational goals. Finally, to share a part of our mission. As a couple of programs as an example of our university social responsibility as a public higher educational institution, as taken from the second report of our rector. Thanks of the literacy campaign carried out through the University Center for Social Participation, more than 6,000 people from the 183 rural communities in the northern, Black, and Northeast mountain range to the state has been benefited with the committed participation of 8,012 literacy workers. These campaigns are organized with the aim to the teaching adults to read and write that did not have the opportunity to access the education. The second example, the community school programs, Learning for Life, is a proposal based on work experience in popular education and community development processes, which are based on the recognition and autonomy of people as subjects of his own transformation. While reading the main objectives of the new edition, the International Conference, we realized without any doubt we have reached all the planned objectives, and at the same time we've achieved others one. To share our perspectives and ideas based on our own circumstances have shown once again the common points to challenge daily. There are so many ideas that have been shared along the international conference that it is quite complicated to make a list of bullets without missing one of them. Instead of trying to do so, we would prefer to underline a concept that rings on our ears when we listened it years ago and being rephrased in this stage. The importance of our activities as faculty members and administrative personnel shaped in certain ways of life of our students. We know this huge task has been considered seriously by one of you as And as Dr. Marmolejo stresses, facilitating higher education to new generations shapes a future of the world. In this sense, we can confirm the importance of our roles, and we encourage you to keep working with all the strength you have shown. At Benemérita Universidad Autónoma de Puebla, having the chance to have you forces us to pay attention to each one of the topics that have been mentioned. Therefore, we feel privileged to have shared this conference with all of you. We wouldn't like to miss the opportunity to express our gratitude to Dr. Freeman, Dr. Banglan, Trine, and each one of the International Association of Universities who have invested several months of hard work to create this atmosphere of knowledge and opportunities. To each one of you, our gratitude and appreciation. We wish you a wonderful trip back home, and please feel that at BUAP, you will always find colleagues willing to cooperate in order to create a better world. Thank you very much.
Well, what to say after this? That is not easy. I think I would like to start by saying that annual conferences of the IAU are always a very important moment in the life of our association. The goal of these conferences that you helped us fulfill are to present achievements of the association as a collective and of institutions individually to the membership at large. A second goal is to offer new insights in opportunities for engagement with each other, engagement in projects and initiatives of global importance. The third goal is to actually present the association to the world as well, and to do something that has been called for yesterday and the day before, i.e. to actually make the case for the important role of higher education in our societies everywhere around the world. The fourth goal is to get and to gain better understanding of the higher education challenges, opportunities and needs in your different institutions, in your different countries, in regions and globally. And that is why we organize these conferences. The goal is actually also to connect the members, but beyond the members, to connect the people, you in the room, to connect the ideas and to connect the knowledge systems as a whole. The purpose is to achieve this and to help the members and participants get together. And to achieve all of this, the members and you as participants are absolutely essential, of course. I've been very pleased to see the level of engagement of all in various conversations, in the rooms, at coffee breaks, during the lunches, on the stairs, in any place that the BUAP made available to us. To achieve this, the role of the host is absolutely key. So on behalf of the IAU board, on behalf of the IAU president, Pam Fredman, on behalf of the IAU very professional staff that came to BUAP with me, on behalf of the members and partners of the IAU from around the world, let me thank BUAP for the excellent work that we've been able to do together. Benemérita Universidad Autónoma de Puebla came with many, many people to assist us. You could see them everywhere. Even when we decided to not take the bus and go back on our own to the hotel, they would accompany us all the way or drive after us to see if we were safe. That was absolutely marvelous. I would like to thank, in particular, I did so a little bit this morning when we had the opportunity to have Rector Esparza Ortiz with us, to thank him for having engaged with us and agreed for us to come. I would certainly also like to thank you, Vice Rector Ignacio Martinez Laguna, for your great involvement, not only in facilitating the conference as such, but also to be at all the different social events that we organized and to engage in many very nice conversations around many, many different topics of various importance for the life of the association, for the life of the institution, and for the society in Mexico. I then would also like to thank the Director General, International Development, Professor Odorico Mora, for his strong engagement. He came to the conference last year, he presented the conference for this year, and he was so convincing that he brought so many people here. That's absolutely marvelous. Then I would like to thank Ricardo Villegas Tovar. I have to stay here for a bit longer to take some linguistic classes to say that a bit better. But Ricardo, you've been fantastic as academic production and international visibility at the VIEP. You have actually been a person of key importance to us in facilitating much of the things that we do. And I see Trina say yes, 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 because without you it would have been very difficult to do the many things. Same goes for Liliana Cortés Juarez, because as logistics secretary, you also made many, many things happen. You were always very flexible. If we had an idea, there was always a solution. If we had a question, there was an answer. So thank you very much for that. We also would like to thank Vanessa Carrion Ortega. I don't know if she's in the room right now. She is. Special projectors coordinator at the Department of Development as well. And so thank you very much for your involvement in this. So the many BUAP members of staff, the students, you've seen them everywhere, for their wonderful support and work to make this conference the success that it is. We will never be able to thank them all, but we do in heart and soul. And so if you meet them, say something, thank them on our behalf. That will help because there are so many and they did a wonderful job. Your support has been technical, obviously, but it has been passionate as well. It has been cultural. We've had these beautiful cultural events that we very much valued and which actually brought us into a bit closer contact with your beautiful country and its diverse cultures that you could show. And more importantly, your contributions have been intellectual, and you showed it again in your last presentation. The conference and the location have been instrumental to facilitate, to foster, to promote debate of various kinds. And that is essential. Without such a space, it is not possible. The many transformations of higher education is undergoing and facing, the societal challenges, the opportunities it engages with, all of that was debated in the different discussions, thanks to the opportunity we had to be here. We wish BUAP to remain and to develop further in the same way, and to foster the autonomous status of the work that you do. So if we can help with that and make sure that the future is an autonomous one as well, where the critical thinking is instilled and fostered in the students, where all is put in place to make that happen, that is wonderful. So call on us if there is anything we can do in the future as well. With UDUAL as well, who Roberto Escalante had to leave, but he and the UDUAL did host the wonderful global meeting of associations. ANUES came, the Association of Universities, the National Association of Universities in Mexico, and the IAU, together with BUAP. We made it happen to advance many of the things here. The purpose is to advance society locally in Puebla, in the surroundings, and you show that with this beautiful project of literacy campaign where you have so many people that you bring on board. It's absolutely wonderful. You also advance society through education nationally in Mexico, regionally in Latin America, in the Americas in general, beyond the borders of any kind of border that we can imagine. We should deconstruct all of those. And you make society advance at the global level. We now actually would like to give you a very little token of our appreciation. It's always very difficult to express in something concrete and solid what you can express in words and thoughts. But we have prepared something, and Trina comes to also share that with you, because you, Trina, would also probably like to thank specifically. Thank you very much. So this is only a very, very little expression of what we would like to say. And as I said, it only can express to a little extent where we want to go. But what I would like to now say is that we invite all of you to the General Conference in Dublin in 2020. The host, as you could see, is University College Dublin. This is an event that you certainly should not miss, because it will take the discussions that we've had here to the next stage, because we will debate the relevance and the very value of higher education. And I already asked your rector, the rector of BUAP, if he could make it to Dublin. Well, he said yes. So I say that in public so we can remind him. So this has been a very beautiful, rich and exciting week. And it's now up to all to capitalize on what we've heard, of what we've discussed, what we've decided upon. Let's not just forget and let it rest with the words that we've put on paper, but let's go to action. And I also would like to thank you all again and to wish safe travels back home to all. Thank you.
Hello. Before you leave, there is always someone who doesn't get the thanks, and someone who has done a lot of work and has put all her engagement into this meeting. I think we can have an applause for Hilleji van Land for all the work. And the rest of the staff, which I have thanked before, I'm sure, but you can show. And I saw Stephanie out there, Trina is here, Nick is somewhere, Andrea's there, Giorgio, Nick, Stephanie. He's on the list already. So thank you very much. Thank you all.
Hello, just a last practical information. All those who signed up for the Green Campus Tour, it's taking place, so there will be students escorting you to the bus going to the campus tour. So please join that one if you signed up for it. And if you didn't sign up, I think there will be a room, so do please go to the bus and see if there will be room for you, okay? Have a good tour.